She said it so quietly I almost believed I imagined it. "Don't stand near me at this party. You're embarrassing." A hiss. Soft. Precise. The kind of tone someone uses when they've forgotten you're a person and started treating you like a stain they're trying to scrub off their shirt. I remember the smell of her perfume drifting past me as she stepped inside, already smiling for people who weren't me, already performing. And I didn't react, not outwardly. Inside, something tilted. A small, deliberate shift, like a door in my mind eased open, letting cold air spill through. I watched her walk ahead, watched the way she looked back only to make sure I wasn't too close. She had become careful, as if my presence threatened the image she'd built, the lie she was protecting. I said, "Deal," and turned around. The night felt strangely calm. Too calm. I walked out of the house, down the steps, past the parked cars lined in perfect rows. My breathing never changed. My hands didn't shake. I simply left. She didn't text until an hour later. "Where are you?" Her second message came faster. "Why would you leave? People noticed." And then her third, the one that revealed more than she meant it to. "He's asking if you're coming back. Don't make this weird." He, not they, he. I typed slowly, each letter precise. Finding someone who isn't embarrassed. Then I blocked her. The cold door in my mind swung open wider. Her reaction wasn't anger, it was panic. Not the kind you feel when your spouse walks out, the kind you feel when your secret exits with him. I sat in my car, engine off, the party's distant music pulsing against the night. My phone buzzed once, unknown number, then fell silent. She was already reaching for alternative routes, backup lines, emergency exits. People only do that when they are afraid of being found out. I leaned back and let my body settle into the cold leather seat. Everything felt dislocated, as if my life had shifted 2 inches to the left and nothing aligned anymore. I replayed the last few months in my head. Her sudden interest in fitness, late networking events, "don't wait up" texts that arrived too quickly to be lies she had to think about. And the worst one, the way she started dressing differently when she went out without me. Effortless glamour, razor-sharp attention to detail, a glow that had nothing to do with me. She wasn't hiding it well. She thought she was, but people who feel entitled to secrets rarely bother polishing them. Small details floated up, the locked phone, the shower the moment she got home, the unfamiliar cologne that wasn't mine, but too faint, too convenient to be coincidence. I had ignored them. Not because I trusted her, because I wasn't ready for the truth. But tonight she gave me the missing thread. "He's asking if you're coming back." She didn't realize how those words landed, how they sliced through every excuse, every denial I had built for her. I rested my hands on the steering wheel. Calm, clear. If she had chosen someone else, I could handle it. If she was lying to me, I could process it. But the humiliation, that quiet dismissal at the door, that was something different. That was contempt. And contempt needs proof, not emotions, evidence. That's when I decided I'd verify everything. Not to win her back, not to save the marriage, but to see exactly what kind of liar she had become. I didn't drive home. I drove somewhere better. A small diner, open late, mostly empty. A place where silence could stretch without being questioned. I ordered coffee I didn't need and pulled out the backup phone she didn't know I kept. I had already installed software months ago. Nothing invasive, just metadata tracking. Not her messages, not her calls, just timestamps, locations. Enough to see patterns. Tonight, the pattern became a confession. Her phone had been at the same address 3 nights in a row. Not her gym, not her office, someone's apartment. I looked it up. A man, 32, single, marketing consultant, and I recognized the name immediately. He was at the party tonight. She didn't just cheat, She brought me to the same room as him. I felt something settle inside me. Not rage, not heartbreak, alignment, like pieces falling exactly where they were meant to be. I didn't confront her. I didn't expose anything. Instead, I made appointments. A private investigator, short notice, premium rate. A lab that offered rapid DNA profile collection for personal peace of mind. And a lawyer. Just one conversation, hypothetical questions. Everything was done quietly, methodically. While she thought I was ignoring her, I was assembling truth. The investigator confirmed what I already suspected. Dinners, hotel receipts, photos. Nothing scandalous, just enough proximity to burn. The lab results were more interesting. They didn't prove infidelity. They didn't have to. They proved timing. Her fertility tests, her cycle dates, the nights she claimed she was with friends. Everything synced perfectly with the nights she was at his apartment. The lawyer was the easiest part. He explained asset division, prenup loopholes, how verbal admissions alter settlements, how silence is often more weaponized than confrontation. I walked out with a folder under my arm and a certainty in my chest. She wasn't just cheating. She was preparing a different life, and she assumed I'd never notice. She underestimated the quiet ones. The evidence arrived 2 days later, a neat packet, dates, times, images, enough to strip our marriage down to its bare, ugly bones. I didn't call her. I didn't accuse her. I simply waited at the kitchen table, the folder unopened beside me. The house felt too clean, too curated, like she had arranged her life to look loyal while living something else entirely. She walked in around 7 p.m., keys clattering a little too loudly. Guilt always makes people louder. When she saw me, she froze. "You're home early." I didn't answer. I pushed the folder toward her. "What is this?" she asked. I didn't blink. "Open it." She did. Her face changed in real time. Shock, fear, denial, bargaining, all in the span of 10 seconds. I can explain," she whispered. I stayed still, calm, unmoved. "Why?" I asked. Just one word. But she understood the weight of it. Her throat tightened. "It wasn't, we were just, I never meant." I cut her off with silence. The cleanest blade. Her breath hitched. "Why would you do this? Why would you spy on me?" "That's not the question," I said. She stared at me wide-eyed, realizing I wasn't here to negotiate. I already knew. I stood, walked to the door, and picked up the small overnight bag I'd packed earlier. She followed me. Of course she did. The guilty always chase what they took for granted. "Where are you going?" she asked, voice cracking. "Somewhere quiet," I said. "That's it? You're just leaving? After everything?" I turned to her. "You told me I was embarrassing," I said. "Turns out you were projecting." Her face collapsed, not into tears, into realization. "You can't just walk away," she whispered. "We can fix this." "There's nothing to fix," I replied. "There's only truth." She reached for my arm. I stepped back. "Don't," I said. Calm, final. She tried again, desperate now. "He doesn't matter, I swear." "But I do," I said, "and you forgot that." She shook her head violently. "Don't do this. Don't leave. Don't just—" "You chose this," I said. "Every night you walked into his apartment, you chose this moment." She broke then, really broke, sobbing, begging, collapsing under the weight of the truth she built herself. I walked out. Her voice kept calling my name. I didn't turn around. I didn't go far. I didn't need to. I checked into a quiet hotel with thin carpets and colder lighting, sat on the bed, and listened to the silence settle around me like a final verdict. There was no grief, no longing, just clarity. She spent months choosing someone else. Tonight, I simply chose myself. It didn't feel like victory. It felt like release. A quiet severing of a rope that had been burning through my hands for too long. I thought about the party, her hissed words, her panic. She was terrified of embarrassment. But in the end, the only person she humiliated was herself. I lay back on the bed, exhaled once, and let the door in my mind finally close. For good. Some people lose you in a single sentence. Others lose you in silence after. She managed both.